My name is Tana Piercy and I'll be demonstrating a modified knots test. So here I have a ml of blood, half in each. And here is 9 mils of formalin. I'm going to divide it in half before I put it in the centrifuge. Okay, I'm gonna invert both of them before I stick them in. And they're gonna go in for about 5 minutes. Opposite of each other. I've taken the samples out of the centrifuge. You pour off the supernatant. And you're going to add a drop of methylene blue stain. You're going to mix it. And add a drop of it to the slide. Get your cover slip, place it over the drop, and place it under the microscope to view. Adjust the powers as needed. I'm not finding anything abnormal. My name is Tana Piercy and I'll be demonstrating a direct smear fecal sample. So here's the fecal sample, wooden applicator stick. Take a little bit. And here's the slide. We're going to place a drop of saline. Mix the sample. We're going to make sure it's not too thick. Then we're going to take our cover slip, place it over the mixture, and get it ready to be viewed under the microscope. Okay. My name is Tana Piercy and I'll be demonstrating a fecal flotation. So here's the fecal solution in the fecal sample. So you're going to put about 30 mils of the solution. Then you're going to mix it with the fecal. And you can use cheesecloth, gauze, or a strainer. And you're going to pour into a vial. Make sure it's bubbled at the top. And then you're going to place a cover slide over the top of that. And then once you do that, you're going to let it sit for about 10 to 20 minutes. And once that's done, then you'll take it and place it on a slide, fluid side down, and then put it under the microscope to view. My name is Tana Piercy, and I'll be demonstrating a centrifuge flotation. So here's our fecal sample. I'm going to have about 30 mils of fecal solution. And we're going to mix the fecal and the solution. It's a wooden applicator stick. Okay. And here's our gauze that we're going to use to strain, and our test tube. Okay. So on this test tube, you're going to place a cover slip on top. And then our other test tube, you're going to have to fill with water to make sure that they're even before you put them in the centrifuge. Place the cover slip on top of that one as well. Okay, so here's our sample, and here's the water. So we're putting them in the centrifuge. Here's the sample. And here's the water. I want to make sure that they're opposite of each other. And then we're going to turn it on and let it run for about 5 minutes. The fecal centrifuge, we took it out of the centrifuge. Once that's done, you want to lift the cover slip off, place it on the slide with the water side down, like so, and place it under the microscope to be viewed. Okay. I'll be demonstrating a fecal sedimentation. So I'm going to pour about 30 mils of water. You're going to mix the fecal sample with the water. And here's our gauze to strain it. We're going to pour it into the test tube. And then our other test tube is going to be filled with water, so they're even before you put them in. Okay. And then we'll place them in the centrifuge. Here's our sample, here's the water. And you're going to spin it down for about 5 minutes. I've taken our sample out of the centrifuge. So you pour off the super natin. And we would do this a few times. And get a drop in the sediment. Put it on your slide. Put the cover slip on, and then place it under the microscope. My name is Tana Piercy, and I'll be demonstrating a pre-catch urine sample. You want to catch in the morning so it's more concentrated, and you want to catch a midstream sample to prevent contamination. Go potty, Axel. You go potty? Go potty.
Go.
Tana Piercy, and we'll be demonstrating how to do a cystocentesis. So we'll palpate for the bladder. You can do a blind stick palpation or ultrasound method. Gonna extract the urine and discard the first few milliliters.
Well, you know what? If you want to discard it, you have to take the needle off. Twist it. That's really necessary with the system. And we took all our urine. Well, we got everything she had. Yeah, there's not much there.
Okay. And then we would just discard the rest into a collection tube. Okay, my name's Tana Piercy and I'll be demonstrating how to catheterize a male dog.
I will. You can. Hang on. I will expose the penis for you. Okay. All right. Yes, so you can get that a little more stable. There you go. Lots of times I'll roll it when I'm holding it. There you go.
Gel on the end of the catheter. And then we will spray the penis with chlorhexidine. Tip.
And the catheter.
And thread the catheter. Do you have a syringe?
Yes, we do. We'll give it to you as soon as you get it in far enough. You should be good. Right there. You should be
Okay.
fine.
And then
We'll
go
let
ahead
you can take the, you can,
Okay.
yeah. Well, no. It's a small catheter. Don't move your, you can feed your catheter in a little further. There you go, down. Don't get any closer. There you go, because you're not sterile. It's from above your hand there. There you go. He has a... His bladder shouldn't be empty. He's on fluids.
Why?
Small catheter. I'm not helping you. Back your catheter out just a tad and see if it has. Sometimes you'll hit a pocket of urine if you don't have a full bladder. So there's some more. There we go. Just use the small catheter. Deep breath. And keep drawing because you're gonna dispense it.
I have to discard the first few.
Right.
Okay, so just keep going.
Okay. Yeah, it's good. That's probably a couple mils there.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, stop aspirating. There you go. Discard that in the sink
Okay.
or a bowl. We didn't get you a bowl.
Okay. And then I have to discard a couple milliliters.
We just got pockets. Just don't have a lot of urine in your bladder, son. Let me help. There's plenty there for your analysis.
Okay.
Okay. with the needle, or can we open it and stick it in there? I usually just open it and squirt it in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, I can just extract it.
And then I'll remove the catheter. My name is Hannah Piercy, and I'll be demonstrating the ear cytology. You do an ear cytology check for otitis externa. You can do a direct or through an otoscope. I'm doing a direct.
She will scream because she's a Frenchie. Maybe. Good girl. Good girl.
I know, you're okay.
Good girl.
I'll be demonstrating the ear cytology on the slides. So the first one, you're gonna smear it onto the slide. You put a drop of mineral oil. And then you're gonna put a cover slip on it. And put it under the microscope. A low light and a low power. Don't see anything abnormal. Okay. So for the next slide, this will be the one that I stained. So you're going to smear it. And then we're going to let this one air dry before we stain it. Okay. We'll continue with our ear cytology staining process. So these are our 3 stains we use for ear cytologies. You want to make sure that they're not contaminated with the same stains that you use for hematology. So you want to dip them for about 5 to 10 seconds. Make sure you get all the excess off.
He was looking at
On
it
to
like,
the
I ain't
next
going
one.
with you.
And then we want to rinse it with distilled water. You want to make sure not to hit the actual stain. I'm gonna rinse it till it runs about clear. Then we're gonna let it dry before we view it under the microscope. Our stain is dry from the dip, so we're gonna view it under the microscope. Not finding anything abnormal. Okay, I don't see anything. My name is Tana Piercy and I'll be demonstrating a skin scraping. So typically when a dog comes in with lesions, you want to put a drop of mineral oil. And you're going to use the size 10 scalpel blade. And you want to scrape. If it's deep, you want to scrape enough to draw capillary blood. If not, you just want to scrape the surface depending on the lesion. Gonna hold it perpendicular and scrape. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. I'll be demonstrating the skin scraping underneath the microscope. You want to put a drop of mineral oil on the slide. And you're going to try to smear the cells from the skin scraping in it. And then you're going to put a cover slip over the top. Place it under the microscope. Turn it on, and then adjust the powers as needed. So since the dog wasn't actually having symptoms of a skin condition, there's nothing but hair follicles on the slide. And that's it.